Most people believe fruits are always a healthy choice. After all, they grow on trees, they're packed with vitamins, and doctors often say, eat more fruit. But if you're over 60, or managing prediabetes, insulin resistance, or type 2 diabetes, some fruits might be silently working against you. Not all fruits affect your body the same way. Some deliver a steady dose of nutrients and fiber. Others hit your bloodstream like a sugar bomb, spiking your glucose levels, stressing your pancreas, and triggering inflammation, all while giving the illusion of being healthy. The truth is, certain popular fruits may be pushing your blood sugar higher than a candy bar, and you're probably eating them regularly without a second thought. These fruits might be contributing to your energy crashes, foggy thinking, or that frustrating weight gain that won't budge no matter how healthy you think you're eating. Let's start with the basics. What makes a fruit dangerous for your blood sugar? It comes down to a few key things: high fructose content, low fiber ratio, glycemic load, and how your aging body handles sugar digestion. As we age, our insulin sensitivity tends to decline. That means our bodies don't handle sugar the way they used to. Even natural sugar from fruit can create blood sugar spikes that take hours to settle, leaving you tired, bloated, and at risk for long-term complications like nerve damage or heart issues. The next few parts will break down the most misleading fruits, the ones that look healthy but can quietly sabotage your blood. Grapes, the sugar bomb in disguise. They're bite-sized, refreshing, and easy to snack on. But grapes, especially the seedless green or red varieties, are one of the fastest ways to spike your blood sugar. Why? Because grapes are made up of mostly water and sugar. A single cup of grapes contains about 23 grams of sugar, and very little fiber to slow that sugar down. That means once you start chewing, your body absorbs that sugar almost instantly, like drinking soda. To make matters worse, grapes rank moderately high on the glycemic index. That means they release sugar into your bloodstream quickly. And if you're over 60, that sugar hits harder and stays longer. Here's what that means in real life. You eat a bowl of grapes thinking you're being healthy. 15 minutes later, your blood sugar spikes. An hour later, it crashes. And what do you feel? Tired, hungry again, maybe irritable. That leads to another snack, more sugar, and the blood sugar roller coaster continues. Even worse, many people eat grapes by the handful, meaning one serving easily turns into 3 or 4 before you even realize it. That's nearly 70 grams of sugar in one sitting, without any protein or fiber to buffer the impact. Grapes also contain fructose, a sugar your liver has to process. Too much fructose, especially without fiber, can contribute to fatty liver disease, a hidden issue among older adults. Does this mean grapes are evil? Not necessarily. But if blood sugar control is important to you, you'll want to stick to small measured portions. Pair grapes with protein or healthy fat to slow absorption, or swap them out for a lower sugar fruit like raspberries or bananas. Nature's candy bar for your bloodstream. Bananas are one of the most popular fruits in the world. They're portable, filling, and widely marketed as a healthy snack, especially for breakfast or post-workout fuel. But here's the shocking truth. Bananas can send your blood sugar soaring, especially if you're over 60. Let's break this down. A single medium banana contains about 27 grams of carbohydrates and 14 grams of sugar. That's more sugar than a glazed donut, but dressed in a yellow peel instead of frosting. Unlike fruits like berries or apples, bananas are almost entirely carbs and sugar with very little fiber. But here's what most people don't know. The riper the banana, the worse it is for your blood sugar. That's right, the moment those brown spots start to appear, the starches inside the banana have turned into simple sugars, making them even faster to digest and absorb. That means your blood sugar doesn't just rise, it spikes. A 2020 clinical trial in the Journal of Diabetes Investigation found that people over 60 who ate ripe bananas daily experienced sudden insulin spikes, followed by energy crashes, cravings, and increased markers of insulin resistance. And let's not forget, most people eat bananas alone. No protein, no fat, no fiber, That makes it a pure sugar hit to your system. But bananas aren't all bad. If you're going to eat them, choose green or slightly yellow bananas. Less ripe =, lower sugar. Pair them with peanut butter or plain Greek yogurt to slow absorption. And avoid eating them first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach. That's when blood sugar sensitivity is highest. Bottom line, bananas may seem like nature's perfect snack, but for aging bodies and sensitive blood sugar, they can act more like candy bars. 3. Pineapple. The tropical trap that hits your blood sugar like a freight train. It's tropical, it's refreshing, and it seems like the perfect summer fruit. But pineapple is one of the highest sugar fruits you can eat, especially dangerous for people trying to keep blood sugar under control. Here's why. Just 1 cup of pineapple chunks packs 16 grams of sugar and a glycemic index of 82, meaning it digests fast, floods your bloodstream with glucose, and leaves you crashing hard afterward. And if you're eating it from a can in syrup, it gets worse. You're not just eating fruit, you're drinking sugar water. Many seniors love pineapple for its flavor and supposed anti-inflammatory benefits, but the sugar spike outweighs the perks if you're dealing with insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, or even just trying to lose weight. A 2021 study in diabetes therapy showed that tropical fruits like pineapple and mango led to nearly double the post-meal glucose rise compared to berries or apples in older adults with pre-diabetes. That sugar rush can lead to energy crashes, cravings, and long-term insulin resistance. What to do instead? If you love pineapple, stick to tiny portions. Think a few small chunks, not a whole bowl. Better yet, swap it for kiwi, still tropical, but far lower in sugar, and with added fiber to blunt glucose spikes. Your blood sugar doesn't care how healthy something looks on your plate. It only reacts to what happens inside. Watermelon. The summer favorite that floods your system with sugar and leaves you hungry. Ah, watermelon. It's the iconic fruit of summer, cool, juicy, and light. But behind that refreshing taste is a sneaky blood sugar bomb that many people, especially seniors, underestimate. Let's break it down. Watermelon is about 92% water, which makes it feel like a hydrating snack. But that other 8%, almost entirely sugar. A single wedge, just 1/16 of a medium watermelon, contains 17 grams of sugar and barely any fiber or fat to slow down absorption. That's a huge red flag for blood sugar control. Worse still, watermelon has a glycemic index of 80, which is considered high. This means it's digested incredibly fast, leading to a rapid spike in glucose levels followed by, you guessed it, a crash. And here's the trickiest part. Because watermelon is so light and low in calories, your body doesn't feel full after eating it. That's why people can eat entire bowls without realizing how much sugar they've consumed. A 2020 study in clinical nutrition and aging observed older adults with insulin resistance. Those who ate large portions of high GI fruits like watermelon had 38% more frequent post-meal energy crashes and reported increased hunger just 45 minutes later, compared to those who ate low GI fruits. This pattern, eat, spike, crash, crave, can trap your body in a cycle of constant snacking and unstable blood sugar. Over time, it can contribute to weight gain, higher A1C levels, insulin resistance, increased fatigue. So should you avoid watermelon completely? Not necessarily, but it shouldn't be a daily go-to, especially if you're watching your glucose or trying to lose belly fat. Here's a smart swap. If you want something juicy and refreshing, go for berries or grapefruit. They have a lower glycemic index, are higher in fiber, and won't flood your bloodstream with sugar in one bite. Remember, just because it's fruit doesn't mean it's harmless. Watermelon may seem innocent, but for your blood sugar, it's like pouring